Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you stopped in. Now, some of you clicked the thumbnail hoping that Captain Crush is going to sit here and spoon feed you some plays like every other capper that sits on this microphone on a daily basis. But I'm not going to sit here and try to or attempt to do that. It's off my brand. What I do want to do is give you all the tools, all the resources you can to hopefully finding a winning lineup tonight, a winning ticket, if you will, whatever you want to call it, by giving you facts and things that you should be looking for, friends. Think of this as the first step in your new process for PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard, DraftKings, any of it. Use it, listen to it like a podcast. Maybe you smile, maybe you learn something, maybe you don't. If you're new, smash subscribe. If you're old, smash the like. And let's get this thing started. Well, as you know, getting into this last night, what did I say about football weekend, the playoff weekend? It was going to feed families. And absolutely, it came through. It was everything that it lived up to be. Were there a few sell jobs here and there? Of course. CeeDee Lamb's fantasy comes to mind. Amari Cooper comes to mind. And Michael Evans. Mike Evans, my own team, the Bucks. But you know what? He dropped two would-be 75-yard bombs that would have been a touchdown. It is what it is. The Bucks, like I said on Twitter, fire the cannons, get that W, bang. Send those Eagles home crying. Miss me, Cowboys, miss me, Eagles. It was never you guys. You faked the funk on a nasty dunk early in the season, but in the end, heart wins games. And you franchises, you ain't got it. Now, I won't sit here and gloat about my Buccaneers winning the whole time, but I mean, let's be real here. Baker Mayfield was the play of the day yesterday, and he was cashing everything. Goblins, demons, normal lines, all of it. Hats off to Baker. I appreciate you, buddy. And most of you may be saying, well, Captain, where were you yesterday? No video. Well, yesterday was a holiday, one, but two, it was also yours truly, my birthday. Probably shouldn't be saying that, but it was. So I took the day, spent it sweating the games with my Discord members, and had myself a jolly old time watching my Bucks win, and I will have that memory forever. And that, my friends, is one heck of a birthday present. Now let's get started now that I got my opening monologue out of the way. All right, Paul George, right here. I'm on Outlier Bet. As you can see, what is this? It's a research tool. Use code CRUSH. You'll get 30 days free so you can see what it's all about. What does it do? Does it give me winners? No, it doesn't. Nobody's going to give you winners. Not me, not your favorite Twitter clown, not any tool that you use. It's a tool. So at the end of the day, you use things like this to help you research, okay? It's gambling. At the end of the day, I don't care how good you think you are, the books are better. So that with in mind, we just got to try to find value. We just got to try to find things that we put ourselves in a position to win. And this is one of those tools that will do that. There's plenty of them. This is the one that I endorse. I've been with them since the beginning. Outlier Bet. Some want to call it Outlier Bet. I think that's a poverty name. I'll stick to Outlier. So the fact of the matter is this. We got Paul George here. And as you can see, it's going to save your boy and you, the future user of Outlier Bet, a lot of time. And time is money. Time is money. Minutes equals money in the NBA, and time equals money in real life, okay? You get insights. Paul George has exceeded 24.5 points in 11 of his last 14 games, but that's not what I'm even interested in. What I'm interested in is seeing minutes played, head-to-head stats, all the defensive rankings in one window. And if I got to pay $20 a month for it, well, my God in heaven, I'm going to do it because it saves me having 50 tabs open, which is absolute, total, complete poverty. So miss me, gamblers, with the I'm broke excuse. If you're broke, you're in the wrong hobby. This is for people with expendable income. Now, Paul George, 23.5 points. His true line right now, unfortunately, is 24.5, unless you go over to cheesy, chalky chalkboard and you get it over there, which I will talk about momentarily. But as you can see, Oklahoma Thunder, they're ranked 14th in points allowed. Pretty solid, middle of the pack. You know, they don't allow a lot of points, right? But they will be a fast-paced game. And Paul George has been trending in the right direction a little bit, okay? He's had a few. He's going to be right on the line, which is why this line is 24.5. If it was 23.5, he would be the thumbnail. Now, I'm not going out here and telling you guys Paul George is a lock like your favorite Twitter clown would do. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying, you're seeing what I'm seeing. You know he's going to be in a fast-paced matchup. You got to consider Paul George tonight in your matchups, okay? The head-to-head stats, you're not going to look at them and be like, oh, they look good. Okay, first of all, don't even count March or October of last year. That's poverty. But what you do got is 12, 21, 23, right? We only had 22 points. But let me direct your attention over here. This is why Outlier Bet saves me all the time, because I can go right here and see the supporting stats and see he only played 28.8 minutes. Now, I could go and investigate. Was he in foul trouble? Was it a blowout? It's 115 to 134. So it seems like it was most likely a blowout, okay? So 28 minutes, and he still was able to grab 22 points. If the game stays close tonight, which it is the National Blowout Association, so we can never be too sure, then I think he has a hefty shot of getting 24.5 points. Now, being that it is Taco Tuesday and there's only 3 NBA games, you can rest assured that the board is going to be super, super tight and not in a good way. All right, they're giving out promotions, they're giving out taco squares, and people are finding pairs, which is causing a lot of money to move these lines. And most of my lines, my favorite plays, have already been bumped to high heaven. In fact, so much so that I know every Tuesday, Captain Crush, I was up at 5:30 a.m. this morning celebrating my Bucks W. And the fact of the matter is, the 2 favorite plays that I liked, I'm just going to go ahead and say them. Joel Embiid, 48.5 PRA, and James Harden, 8.5 assists. Both have been moved. So that is why on Taco Tuesday and Flex Friday, you have to be vigilant. You have to be on your game, and that includes me. So if you're stuck in a podunk poverty welfare town like Alabama, you can go over here to Shai Alexander and Paul George 55.5 points combo, and you can take a shot over there. But I will be saying this, it is the taco with Shai Alexander. So tinfoil hat, anybody? Yeah, maybe so. I had my tinfoil hat on all last week. But now, let me go bust out my notepad right quick. Let's go. Hit him with the notes, Cap. Here we go. Paul George, 1.17 fantasy points per minute with a 23% usage rate. Now, remember who's on that team. Kawhi Leonard, Westbrook, the Beard Harden, and a lot of other high usage guys. So that's pretty crispy. 23% is okay. If you want to pivot to Kawhi Leonard, I'm never going to talk you off Kawhi Leonard. He's probably questionable, to be honest with you. He's always questionable. But Kawhi Leonard's always in play, okay? The next person I'm going to talk about, does he really need any introduction? It's the MVP in the running, Joel Embiid. Now, like I said, I got it 5 in the morning today. Captain Crush was up at 5 in the morning. 48.5 PRA. When I saw it, I literally lit up like a Christmas tree. And the fact is, he's now 50.5. So where do we go from here? Well, we're not taking a 50.5 bump, although you could, and it could very well hit. You could go down here to his 59 fantasy score, which is absolutely deflated from what it normally is, which is 60 to 61. And you could take a shot on Joel Embiid's fantasy score. Why? Well, let me go back to the notepad and tell you why, brother. He has a 1.90 fantasy point per minute. That's probably the highest you're ever going to find on paper. And he has an astonishing, an astounding, a crispy, a crazy 38% usage rate. And what is a usage rate? It means that whenever he's on the court, the ball's in his hands 38% of the time, which means potential turnovers, assists, rebounds, points, blocks, steals, you name it, all of it. Joel Embiid is him, and I am the first one that will admit it. You could take a shot on old Joel Embiid's fantasy score, but mind you, you're going to have to be playing with turnovers, okay? Or you can do what I did after they put the bump up and just go over here and take a shot at 33.5 points, and hopefully you hit pay dirt. Now, I got him projected for 35, but whenever you get up to these 30s and 32s and 33s, it's always going to be a sweat. It's always going to be hairy. It's never going to be fun, dicey, whatever description you want to use, whatever adjective comes in your mind to use is what it's going to be, folks. All right? So keep that in the back of your mind. Keep that in your back pocket. Let's go back over here to Outlier Bet and see if we can find anything. Okay, so over 33.5 for Joel Embiid. It's pretty much 50-50, minus 110 on either side, which means that there's no real edge either side of it per the books, okay? But we know he's in a tough matchup via points allowed. But what do we know about Denver lately? They haven't really been showing me too much to be afraid of. And if you go down here to the insights, Joel Embiid has failed to exceed 32.5 points in 14 of his last 20 games at home against top scoring defenses. Now, that is a trend. That is something to be considered. Am I going to let that impact my decision? Absolutely not. Are you going to let that impact your decision? Well, my friend, that's up for you to decide. You have to make that choice. All I'm trying to do here is get you thinking and showing you what you can be looking at to make the choice. It's completely unsustainable for me to sit here and try to be like, play this, play that, because by the time somebody watches the video, the line could be moved. They play it anyway and it chalks, and then they get hooked, and then they come back and they're like, Cap, you said take this and it's sold. I'm done with that. I'm here trying to get you guys to be thinking about the process, creating a good process. You guys got to get out of this mentality where you're just tailing people that tell you what to do and everybody's giving you winners and no, that isn't it. That's not hitting. That's never going to be it. What is sustainable, what is making sense is people that are going to go out there and literally tell you, hey man, I can't guarantee you a W every night, but I can give you the best chances to create a W for yourself, okay? By showing you what to look for. Most people have no idea what to look for. So, like I was saying, Joel Embiid's points, you can look at it. You can click the head-to-head thing, and this is just going to give you a stat from basically a year ago today, which basically means nothing in my opinion, okay? You can look at his last 20. He's been smashing 12 of 20, last 10, 7 of 10. I mean, it's Joel Embiid, folks, okay? If he plays the minutes, if he plays 36, 35, 36, 37 minutes tonight, he's going to get this done, most likely, okay? Even in 29 and 31 and 29 and 29 minutes, he's gotten it done. But what pushed me over the edge was the narrative that it's going to be Joker, Embiid, the two best centers in the league, if not the two best overall players in the NBA right now. Fight me, at me, whatever. I don't care. Joel Embiid's one of the best, top 3 in the league right now. I don't care what you say. And Jokic is definitely top 3 as well, okay? We can debate what ranking they are, but they're top 3. I don't care. So you combine that narrative, I think that the NBA will be pushing the MVP thing and all that other stuff, and hopefully both of them show out, okay? So this is where I landed on that. Feel free to fade, feel free to tail. It's up to you, okay? Remember, I liked his PRA at first, but they bumped it to high heaven, so this is what I was left with for the YouTube. Now, the other side of that coin is Denver, and you got Nikola Jokic. He was at 24.5 points right when I was about to make this video, and they bumped him to 25. Now, my model has him projected for exactly 25. I'm not sure if I'm going to take this. I don't know what I'm going to take of Joker just yet, okay? I just wanted to tell you, I think he needs to be considered, even his fantasy score, okay? And if you don't want to go with Joker, you need to maybe go down here to Jamal Murray at 39 fantasy points. He's always in the mix, even his real points at 23.5. Now, you may be saying, well, Cap, what are your personal favorite plays? What do you like? Well, I will discuss all that and more in the live stream, which unfortunately for you right now is behind the paywall, okay? If you want a 30 free day trial into my Discord that get access to my live streams, you sign up with any one of my partners, which the links are in the description. I'm going to post a chalkboard ticket shortly, and you can trail that, and you can literally get 30 days in if you email me. I'm going to catch up to my emails. I have a ton. I will get there for those of you that are already there. Or you just go to CaptainCrush.net, buy direct, gold package, bang. That'll get you in. And when you're in the Discord, you can expect projection sheets every day for NBA and NFL, just like this, where you have the player, the color code, and everything else, and a small little write-up on the side. You get full Discord access, which will give you my live streams, which is down here at the bottom, which I do at 4:45 Central. Access to my role members who are now posting plays of the day. By the way, shout out to Retro and RJM, who were feeding the cord with esports over the weekend. I don't even know anything about esports, but these guys are putting everyone in this Discord in a position to win. I appreciate you guys. You know I do. I'm glad that other members are doing plays of the day. All those guys, Westbrook, Clam, Neek, Chow, Wheel of Chalk, Sturdy, Spartan, even Tech had a play of the day. Tech, old little kid Tech, little bro himself, had a play of the day that hit. But yesterday was an overall good day for everybody. Okay, I was able to cash some second half. I was able to cash some first half. This was my favorite two-man. This guy seems to tail. Hey, crazy. Spencer Dinwiddie under 9.5 R+A with the Taco Rashad White. My personal favorite play, the best value on the board yesterday. Oh, look at your boy right here. Where is it? Let me find it. I know I did it. Bang, it was right here. It was the Taco with Baker Mayfield's Goblin. Now, I was all over Baker like stink on garbage, and I literally took his Goblin and his fantasy and his normal yards. Fortunately, he cashed them all, but I played it safe. This ticket right here was for 2x, and sometimes you got to be happy with 2x. Whenever you can double your money, that's 100% return on investment. You got to be okay with that, okay? So that was my favorite ticket. It cashed. But I did have a lot of W's. Had almost a full sweep in this one. Scotty sold. This one, which I never take four-man powers, but I did it just because I wanted to see, which is why I added Scotty as the fifth leg. I felt like I was forcing a fifth leg that time, which is why I broke my own rule and did a four-man power, but it was only for $5. Luckily, it hit. And then my main football card that I had to wait all week for, and I only had 20 on it, go figure. But Joku, Brown, Stafford, Jones, Rice, Kincaid, cash it. That was the best sweat I've ever had for football because it was literally Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Every leg was cash, and you love to see it. It was a beautiful thing, Donnie. My Bucks money line, he shouted me out. Daddy Bucks were going to come through. I did call it. I told everyone, take the Bucks money line, and sure enough, they came through. But these are the esports tickets that everyone was cashing. Again, Retro RGM, all those guys that are contributing. I appreciate it with the bottom of my heart. Even these soccer guys, I don't even look at soccer, but these guys do, and they get it done. So I'm very appreciative of them. All right. So that is what you will get access to. All the slips, my slips, player slips, general chat, the think tank, when you do sign up, the projection sheets, live streams, all of it. Now, some of you will say, well, why are you going off about that? Because a lot of you are going to be like, well, what are your favorite plays? What do you like? Well, and even the guys know in the paid Discord, I'm very open about it. I will give my favorite plays, but at the end of the day, it's going to be on you to come up with what you like, guys. You guys have to make decisions for yourself. You're not guaranteed anything by joining a Discord. I will keep it 100% honest with you, real 100% of the time. Now, let me get off my plug and go talk about Darren Fox because he was next on The Blacklist. Man, I've been watching that show lately and it's getting in my head. This isn't The Blacklist. This is NBA PrizePicks. So let's go here. Darren Fox. Now, why am I talking about Darren Fox, a man who's made a living off selling everybody the last couple games, unless you had unders, of course? Why would I mention Darren Fox? Here's why, folks. Because it's just poverty what these lines are for Darren Fox, what he's capable of. He's capable of 40 real points anytime he's on the court, all right? 100% 40 real points. But now we're getting 41.5 fantasy score for Darren Fox? This is insulting. 32.5 points plus assists, 4.5 free throws made. All of these are in play, folks. His real points, all of it. Now, I'm not telling you to go out here and take Darren Fox, okay? Because likelihood, he will sell. But what I will tell you is he's got a 1.3 fantasy point per minute and a crispy 32% usage rate, okay? If this game somehow stays close and goes off, Fox is probably going to be the reason it did, all right? I'm not sure what's going to happen. I just wanted to point this out because it is an extreme buy low spot, okay? I don't need to go into any analytics or anything. Just know that his line was at 46, 47, then it went to 44, and now here we are at the bottom of the barrel at 41.5. And the fact of the matter is this: Darren Fox has 60-point upside anytime he's on the court when it comes to fantasy or anything like that. So I highly advise you to consider Darren Fox tonight in your thoughts. You go use your research tools, talk to your buddies, whatever it is you want to do, and figure out what you're going to do, but make sure to keep Darren Fox in your mind. And I feel like my job's done. I'm not for everyone. A lot of people hate me on this. A lot of people give me a lot of hate, but you know what? I don't care, because at the end of the day, I feel like I've done my part in helping people out, making them a little bit better. I'm 100% transparent. I'm still learning every day myself, guys. I've been doing this a long time and I still learn every single day. And part of that lesson is knowing when to shop around for lines. It's that simple. PrizePicks isn't going to always have the best line, guys. So you can use Sleeper. This one is Chalkboard. And as you can see, they're doing a promotion where you can get Joel Embiid at 20.5 points. Now it's only 1.5x multiplier. It's not that much, but I went ahead and paired it with Bradley Beal, Colin Sexton, and Lauri Markkanen, who played tomorrow. And these two guys, I'm not giving you any analytics other than the fact that they've been a wagon and they've been cashing me on a nightly basis. And I love the matchup and I will continue to ride that train until I am forced off. Okay. And I don't think the Warriors are forcing me off that train tomorrow. Hopefully the Warriors keep it close, because Utah's been playing next level hot basketball lately, just wrecking everybody. So hopefully it continues. All right. I would say the fly here is Bradley Beal. I do like his fantasy score on PrizePicks. Remember, this is Chalkboard. There's no max entry on this Joel Embiid discount. And on top of that, you can use alternate lines. You can take them down a notch if you want and mess with the multipliers. Promo code CRUSH. Deposit match. 30-day free trial of my Discord. Check, check, check. All of it. Get with it. Let's crush together. So like I just said with Bradley Beal, you can take a shot on his points or you can take a shot on his old fantasy score, and that would be that, folks. Either one of these are in play. He doesn't have a high fantasy point per minute. It's 0.9, which is almost 1. It's kind of poverty, I'll be the first to admit, but he does have a 24% usage rate, so he does have the ball in his hands a lot. He can get there. It's not going to be easy, but he can get there. If there's anyone that could get there in the Suns matchup, he has the easiest path, meaning Durant's is higher, Booker's receivers higher. They're all studs. Obviously, he's the weakest of the stud, and his line reflects that, but he 100% can get 35 fantasy points if he's playing 35 minutes and shows up tonight. Folks, listen, check this out. You have a lot of options when it comes to NBA fantasy, these and NFL and DFS and content creators, Twitter, everything. It's a huge saturated market, and I get all that, and I'm very thankful that you guys chose me to stop in here and see what I'm about. Am I the best in the business? No, I don't think anyone's the best. I think everybody's the same and everybody understands what we're doing, but everybody has their own approach and unique style. I try to keep it 100. I try to give you guys the tools you need to succeed and focus on that, because if you're just here trying to get my plays and picks every day, my own personal picks, you're never going to be satisfied. You will always be satisfied making your own reads, win, lose, or draw. That is my motto, and I stand by it. I am building my own website, and hopefully it is done soon. It should have been done months ago, but you know what? Don't even get me started on it, because that's a whole nother ball of wax. But I appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you are new, hit subscribe, smash the like button, show your boy some love. All the promos, all the partners are in the description. Hopefully I get another video out tomorrow and I live to see another day. I'm very thankful for you guys. I hope you win in all your contests tonight. Happy Taco Tuesday. Here's the salute. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.